when you want more from your average coach, you gotta be willing to give it to your coach. You gotta be vulnerable. You gotta stand in your truth, even when it doesn't make you look good. That's your truth. And everybody doesn't live in their truth because everybody wants to paint a picture of being perfect. Hell, nobody's perfect. Nobody. Just as a whole, like, this team has an incredible bond. And whether that is because of what they've gone through, just a shortened season in 2020, going to the Final Four and coming up short in 2021, and now we're here. Like, there's a void. There's a void in all of them. And they each, in their own way, are filling that void with making sure that their teammates are where they need to be, making sure that their teammates are playing up to their level, and not allowing them to, falter below what makes this team special. What makes this team special is resiliency. What makes this team special is, they have an insatiable desire to want to win a national championship. And no one puts anybody in front of that goal. Like, it is a togetherness, is a unified group. And again, it doesn't mean that everything is like hunky-dory and perfect. And, a player misses a class, everybody feels that, because we have a standard that we live by. We have a standard of our culture, and we're not gonna dip that standard, lower that standard because of somebody else decides they want to do it that day. So we address everything. And what makes it special too is they allow me to be the coach that I am. Like, I am me. Like, I don't have to hold back. I can laugh, I can have fun, I can get in them. And they understand, like, the Jekyll and Hyde of me. Because I give everything its own place, good, bad, or indifferent. And then I'm done with it. And then we just keep moving on. And they just keep up. I mean, they keep up with it because they really understand we're all just trying to win a national championship for each other.
My name is Destanni Henderson. My nickname is Henny. My style, I would say off the court, oversized tees with a pair of short shorts or like some jeans. On the court, I usually have a sleeve on, but then also the shin sleeve. Got my tat showing. Damn, something cool. Listen, we coming with that heat, that fire. As you can see, we got so many weapons on this team. We number one in the nation for a reason, so we just gonna prove to the world what that means.
Henny was a super quick guard as a youngster. I actually don't know how we got Henny. She came with her AAU program. We had a cool time. Henny doesn't say much. She's a smooth operator. But I think what happened was her mom. Her mom was the person that wanted her here. And she felt like, again, that I give you my daughter, return her to me as a young woman. And it's more than that, because she's a businesswoman. She's gonna make it to the WNBA. I mean, she got everything out of our program, and she's only a 2-year start, like a 2-career starter, meaning her first 2 years she sat a whole lot. Her second year she played a little bit more and probably should have started. Asked her to come off the bench, and she said, I got you, you don't have to worry about me. Smooth operator. And now she's gonna be who I think is gonna be a lottery draft pick in the WNBA draft.
My name is Zia Cooke. My nickname is kind of just short for that, Zai. I think my style of play is aggressive. When I'm out there, I just think I play super hard. And that's what I would describe myself, a bucket too. Hey, Toledo, they show love all the time. I think if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be in the position that I am now, especially my senior year. I got a lot of love from everybody. And even now, if we have any games close to Toledo, we play Kentucky, I know I'm gonna have a lot of people there. So the Mud, they show love, of course.
Zia, Zia is super competitive, wants it all. Like, the first time I talked to Zia was on the phone, and she wanted it all. Like, I gotta make it. This is the first, I gotta make it. She's from Toledo. They call Toledo the mud. She's mud made. I mean, she's everything that, what Toledo's about. But she's a go-getter. She wants it all. Like, and I'm gonna give a story. We're in her freshman year in college, and she's talking about the WNBA. I was like now? You got several years. That shouldn't even be a part of our conversation, but it goes to show that she got high goals, high expectations for herself, and that is the very thing that drives her. So when you see her playing, good, bad, or indifferent, she's trying to make it, and that's what I love about her.
Hi, my name's Aliyah Boston. I don't have a nickname. My style of play is definitely just being physical. I'm a shot blocker, rebounder, and I finish well inside the paint. I don't think there's any specific player, but growing up I did enjoy watching Candace Parker, just of how tall she was and just being able to do pretty much everything, but I don't think there's anyone specific.
Aliyah Boston, super inquisitive. She wants to know, like, what's going on. And I like that about her because she's not gonna let things just go. She wants to know why. She wants to know the why in everything. And once she knows the why, she turns it into a why not. Like, she's the best college basketball player this year. She had goals set for her that she's gonna check off, and I don't really care what anybody else says. Nobody's played as consistently in all categories than Aliyah Boston. Inspiration comes from a lot of different places. Someone had to plant the seed because I never wanted to be a coach. It's funny how this game finds you in the likeliest or unlikeliest ways. I was with the national team, USA basketball. We were training for the 2000 Olympic team, and then the Final Four was in Philly. And then I had someone that worked in the Temple University athletics department ask me if I'd be interested in coaching at Temple as a women's basketball coach. And I'm like, no, no. So they kept asking, and I was like, okay, well, I'm coming to Philly. I'll just come and, sit down and talk to the AD. And then the AD posed two questions. One was, can you lead? It's like, can I lead? I'm like the captain on every team that I've played on. I'm a point guard. I mean, the position demands that you lead. And then, I answered the question. I know my facial expression showed that, that was really not a good question. All questions are good, but that wasn't a good question. And then he asked me the next question, which was, can you turn Temple women's basketball program around? And that was the aha moment where, he like challenged me. And I never looked at coaching as a challenge. And if I did, I probably would have been coaching a lot sooner than what I had been.
It's amazing playing for Coach Staley. She's a player's coach, and Coach Staley has been through it all. She's experienced it, and so she's just someone that we look up to. I mean, she helps us with everything on and off the court, and just somebody that you can go to. And I think something that makes her special also is just her honesty with every situation. I don't think Coach Staley holds back, which I think is really good just because that continues to help us grow as people on and off the court. And so I really love that about her. And she's just, you said it, she's a GOAT. And so it's just fun to play for her.
She kind of hit that on the nose, but honestly, it's a true blessing for me. Like, some days, like when I'm around Coach, I'm just like, wow, like how did I get in this position to be coached by you? Or even like the meetings we have with each other, I'm just like happy that I got the opportunity to learn from somebody that's so special and so big. But Leah really hit that on the nose, so I don't want to repeat, but definitely she is a living legend.
As well, I just think it's a blessing. I feel like a lot of players coming in can get distracted and just take it for granted, but just learning from her as a player as myself. I just feel like it's just so much to learn from her. Just even outside of basketball, I just feel like her power and her voice is like top tier. I feel like me just being in this position makes me feel good because, I mean, she could have chose a lot of people to play on this team, and to give me an offer, I just feel like that's special. So
I don't see a whole lot. I think one, this year's team has been through so much, like as a unit. The 2017, we just kind of pieced up together because we had a core of players, and then we had 2 transfers that hadn't played with us. They just practiced a little bit. So we were just trying to figure each other out for 2017. Here is this core group of players have been together for such a long time. And I feel like their closeness, their bond is just, I mean, is magnetic. You know, you look at them play and it's like, I want to play. I want to play with them. Even the players on our team, I tell them all the time, like, you shouldn't be looking at anybody else outside of our team, because what we have in here, you can emulate them. You see them come to work every single day, and they don't take days off. They don't play perfect again, but they don't take plays off. They come in here and work every single day. They're where they need to be. They're great examples of what our younger players can become if they create those habits. I always talk about habits. You're gonna be the habits that you create, good, bad, or indifferent. So they've created like great habits. Like, I have no worry when they all go to the WNBA. I have no worry that they're gonna be successful because of the habits they've created on this level. So, but I also need to mention, you know, in that locker room when we lost last year, it's the margin of error. Like, we're playing from that margin of error. 2 missed layups, okay? A turnover here or there, you know, a missed box out. Because all of them were a part of what happened, you know, at the end of the game. So we're constantly playing from that vantage point versus, you know, thinking that it's an automatic. We don't think anything's an automatic. We know we have to go through people. We have to beat whoever's on the floor, whoever is on the floor. And that's what makes them, you know, truly special.
At the end of the season, I hope this team is remembered by the energy that we brought in the national championship that we bring back to South Carolina.
That's P.
That's good news.
She said it. That's it right there, for real. For me, I agree. Go ahead.
I want to turn Aliyah's frown upside down, because that is something that, you know, media outlets use a lot, and she's more than the frown. She's been that before, and she's much more than that after the frown. So I want them to use the picture of her crying, happy tears.
Yeah, that was good, Coach, for real. Thanks.
oh no.
Y'all saw your coach was in Martin, right?
Yes.
Yes, dope.
Do you remember watching that before?
No.
No.
I didn't watch it before, but I've watched it like recently.
Yeah, me too.
How was
It comes on all the time.
Great acting
good.
skills, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for sure.
100-star rating.
I feel like she still acts
I
the
think
same.
you should do more movies though. Real is real. That'd be fire.
Hey,
real, though.
maybe I can get in one too? No?
Like, instead of Coach Carter, Coach Staley.
Staley.
That'd be
Fire.
dope.
Think that
Okay.
Fire.
next year
Yes.
we should
Yes.
That'd be fire.
Wow, that's a great idea.
actually
That's
got something on the
actually
tape. Y'all gotta all sign the document
Yeah.
saying that y'all
I'll sign it
play a
right
role.
now.
Yeah.
I'll sign it right now.
Y'all got
I can
agents, so
sing
y'all
too.
got agents, so y'all better discuss that
I
with
can
your
sing
agents.
and dance if
Because
you
we got
want.
it on film right here. We got it recorded.
Yes.
Remember that.